So might as well.
What's going on, everybody? It's Monday, September 27th. And here we are. It's H&J Talk Sports. My Steelers predictions for the year. Welcome to the show.
Just going with the dramatic entrance. Here we go.
The Steelers will never be last in the league in running again.
It's a good time to get hot.
Holy crap, guys. That's pretty cool.
And a Rabu.
Najee Harris, running back, first round. I think the Steelers will target him. Here we are, guys, on a Monday, September 27th. I'm your host, Joe. That's your host, Harry. Harry, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Well, man, it was a rough football weekend.
Oh, my God. Shoot me now.
We struggled everywhere. Everybody.
Guys, let's start with West Virginia because that was heartbreaking. Listen, we both predicted a loss in that game, but that was heartbreaking, and I did not expect it to be.
Yeah.
I was disgusted, and my stomach was sick after that game. Jesus.
I had said that I would be happy if we just stayed competitive, but
I thought that
was a lie.
It was a lie. We should have won that game.
Yeah.
I mean, where do we even start with that crap? I'm going to start where Harry started last week. Jared Daggy, you ever pull some crap like that again? Swear to God, but we'll be saying that every game because Neil Brown won't pull you.
He was, I don't know. I was kind of mad at him at first, but then afterwards, I blame him for that missed third down when the guy was in the end zone.
Wide open.
He missed, but he overthrew a guy that's like, what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah,
wide
open. It was a layup.
That turned out to be huge.
Yeah.
In the end, because we were tied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, and then the center, the fumble, or not the fumble, but the missed snap.
Yeah.
I don't know who to blame. On the replay, you can see he wasn't looking at it.
Yeah.
And then the center, I don't know, did the center snap it too early? Was Davey supposed to be looking?
Well, some people say too, there's the trouble you run into when you're switching between quarterbacks. Because, maybe they got different snap counts between them or something. And that threw the center off. Is that Frazier? I don't know. I don't know whose fault it was. But like you said, Daggy wasn't looking.
Yeah. It's just a very West Virginia thing to do at that time.
Extremely. How many times have we seen this story over the past decade?
Yeah, it was.
But that was worse than any blowout. I said last week, I just wanted him to be competitive on national TV. I was wrong. I wanted him to get blown out because I thought we were going to win, and that gutted me.
I think that's what made it worse. I think if we were just getting lucky and hanging around and ended up losing.
That's what I expected. When I said I wanted to be close, I was like, all right, West Virginia's got to get really lucky and stay in this game. But that's not what happened. What happened was West Virginia was the better team.
Yeah, and that makes it a lot worse because we gave that way more than they beat us.
In addition to the end zone play you brought up where Daggy missed him, there was about 3 or 4 of those plays at the end of the game where West Virginia could have won that game and blew it on terrible miscues.
Yeah, I mean, you can point to, 3 big ones that stand out to me are the false start. I think we were at the 2.
Yeah. Right before the snap.
Missed snap are the biggest ones that really, and that's regarding your offense being inept for most of the game.
Yeah.
But I think they were being more careful because they didn't want to turn it over, which was right. That's how you had to play it.
Yeah.
But just you can't have those mistakes. You gave it away. It's such a big game, such a big moment. A team you outplayed. It's not like you were staying in there and you had a chance to win. You outplayed. You should have won. Everybody says you should have won.
Yeah. And that's kind of the story about Daggy, though. I mean, he's the guy that makes the safe plays, that's there to manage the game, to not turn the ball over. But week in and week out, we see him do the opposite and make these stupid reads and overthrowing guys that are wide open and not checking down, missing wide open guys, taking the easy throw, turning the ball over, almost turning the ball. I mean, it's just bad after bad. Like, how do you vindicate this guy anymore?
I don't know. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, we played with the fourth ranked team in the country on the road. We outplayed them. We should still be happy." But man, there comes a point when moral victories just don't do it anymore. I'm tired of it.
No. As a West Virginia fan, all our victories are moral victories.
We've basically been. I think I read something like in the years we've been in the Big 12. I think we were exactly 500. Now we're a little less than 500 since that game. One game under
Feels like,
500.
I mean, West Virginia feels like a 500 team, and they've always
we were the 7th best record in that span among the teams there, which means we're a bottom half team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
You gotta.
And then,
that's a game that changed the program. That's a huge game.
It is. And I mean, it's still, I guess if I'm being positive, from a Neil Brown standpoint, you look at it, he came in and he beat a highly ranked, I can't remember what Virginia Tech was ranked when we beat him.
15.
Was it 15?
15, at least one of the polls. I don't remember both.
So 15th ranked Virginia Tech, you come in, you should have beat number 4 Oklahoma, which we're going to talk about these rankings in a second because they're ridiculous. I don't know if they're any, I mean, other than Alabama. Do I think Oklahoma was the 4th ranked team in the country? No. Do I think they're 6 right now, which they are? No.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but after that, I guess if you're looking at it, you got to say, well, this is the right direction for Neil Brown. But man, too, you got to wonder, because I've seen a lot of fans saying Garrett Green, even me, who I've kind of been the guy this whole time saying, guys, listen, Garrett Green's a freshman. Deggy's been there. Even now, I'm off kind of the Deggy train. But, Neil Brown, he was the offensive coordinator at, I think, Texas Tech when Jared Deggy's older brother was quarterback there. He's known Deggy since he was like 7 years old. He knows the family. Deggy's not going anywhere this season.
Well,
he's there. I don't care what he does. He could shoot a referee at halftime with a gun and he'll be in the next game.
I don't know. I don't think playing Garrett Green the whole game would have been a good idea. Maybe you could have played him a little more, and I liked to see that he was getting more snaps, especially because there was a long period in the second. I mean, second half we didn't do much. We had a field goal.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. After that first drive, we kind of got away from what was working there for a while.
Extremely. I mean, the first drive of the game was fantastic. It was high-paced offense. The offense was doing quick plays. They were moving. They were throwing it out there. They kept the defense on their heels. They were switching it up when they brought Green in. The defense, I mean, you could tell they didn't know what to do.
Well,
and then after that, they slowed the pace down incredibly. And then,
do you think Neil Brown got scared when Garrett Green got stripped early in the game? We recovered it, but
he definitely did. You saw it after that.
That made him a little nervous, I think.
It did. But, and that's the thing too, even when they put Garrett Green in, as much as I like to see him, I was like, if Deggy's in a rhythm, quarterback is such a funny position. I don't know if I would risk throwing him out of his rhythm to get the other guy in there.
Yeah.
Like he was rolling at that point. If you see a really good opportunity, I mean, they scored on that drive too, which was great. And Garrett Green did a great job. That's not a knock on him. It's just, quarterback is such a fickle position. When they're in a rhythm, and I think we may have saw that on the miss snapped. You're switching it down in the red zone there at the end of the game, and he started switching it faster. And I might have thrown the rhythm out. So, that miss snap could be on Neil Brown more than anybody.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to say. It was unfortunate. Yeah. I would have liked to see Garrett Green start the drive, maybe a little. I guess he played some in that first drive, but maybe around the 4th drive.
Well, it seems like what the game plan was, what they did on the first drive and continuous is Deggy was playing in the defensive zone. And once they got past, I think, the 50, then Garrett Green took over for the offensive part of the drive.
I mean, we weren't passing the ball deep, so I think with Garrett Green, you had a lot more options to the offense. We were running the read option. The throwing probably wasn't there as much, but it could have been there. You didn't see him throw a lot.
Neil Brown's scared, just like he's scared. He got scared after that fumble. He's scared to let Garrett Green throw the ball.
Yeah.
Well, that was Oklahoma. This week you got with Texas Tech, right?
Yeah, and it's a game you should win.
So I think Texas Tech, if you're ever going to let Garrett Green throw the ball, this is the week to let him throw it a few plays. See what you got. Start building your trust.
Yeah, the offense. I mean, Texas Tech just got 70 hung on them by Texas. This should be a week where the offense should be able to move the ball and do well, and your defense should really thrive.
Mm-hmm. That was just a heartbreaker. God damn it. I really thought we were going to win that game.
I mean, if we win that game, the way the rest of the Big 12 was looked, I think there might be a lot of people expecting us to be in the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the Big 12 had struggled. We would have been 3-1. I would have not expected that.
You win that game, and then, the Maryland game is an instant outlier.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge program changing game.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me kind of the Louisville game back when the Pat White stuff started.
Yeah.
When you just have a game when no one expects you to win, you come out, you ride that momentum for the next few years. You got all these guys coming in. Erases a lot of questions because you do something that we haven't been able to do since we've been in the Big 12, beating Oklahoma.
Not this
year. With that, it's a shame we're wasting that defense.
I know, and that's the thing. You think, okay, better things are coming in offense in the next few years, but damn, how long are we going to hold on to this defense? It's so good right now. You hate to waste it.
I know. We may say, I don't know. I guess last year's defense was really, really good, but
that's when it started last year. This year,
the secondary is playing a lot better than I expected before the season.
And they're young, I think, right? Most of the secondaries are. I know Dixon, I think, is a sophomore. What's Jared Bartlett? See,
sophomore, I think.
So maybe we do have a few years with these guys still. And if they're good now, it's scary if they keep getting better, right?
Yeah, the linebackers have been playing really well.
Also, before we end our Oklahoma talk, let me give a shout out to the OU fans for giving it to their quarterback there. You guys tried your ass off to get in his head and give us that game, and I appreciate that as a West Virginia fan. I really do. Lucky for you guys, our offense sucks because you tried your best to give us that game.
I'm going to be dark, and if I was an Oklahoma fan, I don't know, I would be upset too. They have struggled every single game, except for when they played some garbage team. Every single game they've played has been a one-score game.
Oklahoma's spoiled, though. You're coming off Baker Mayfield. You're coming off Kyler Murray. You're coming off, what's his name? I can't think of it. I think with the Texans. I can't think of his name now. You have this.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. You have this, and now you got Spencer Rattler, who I don't think is as good as people initially thought. He didn't look that good to me. I don't know. He's young. So they're spoiled.
He's only a sophomore, but he hasn't been playing well.
Yeah. I mean, he's not Kyler Murray.
No, he's not.
So I don't know.
But they're the number 4 ranked team, and they struggle with Tulane. They beat by 5.
They shouldn't be number 4. And that's why let's talk about these rankings real quick. Because now they're ranked number 6. They dropped 2 spots. West Virginia, they beat the 15th ranked Virginia Tech. They lose in the final seconds of a game against the number 4 ranked Oklahoma. And they still don't crack the top 25. And then Oklahoma drops 2 spots. Like, this is stupid. Oklahoma is not the 6th best team in the country. Not even close. If West Virginia is not ranked, that's fine. But Oklahoma shouldn't be number 6.
Yeah, but a lot of that's on the preseason ranking. I mean, the preseason stuff doesn't mean anything. People don't know. You're guessing.
But I mean, how did you not watch that? Did they not watch that game? Did they just look at even if you look at the score, you see 16-13.
But I think the fact that they're dropping even with a win shows that the confidence in them is dropping.
Yeah, but
you're not really going to see a big drop unless a team loses. I mean, look at Clemson.
Clemson, I think, is 25 now.
Is that what they were already?
I think they fell to 25. They're right on the edge.
I mean, that's probably around what they deserve to be, but that's a big drop.
I don't think Oklahoma is better than Clemson.
I would take Oklahoma over Clemson. Clemson has no offense. Oh, yeah. Falls to number 25.
25.
Wow. This is the first time they lost 2 games since, I think I heard, 2014. First in September. First time they lost 2 games in September.
I don't know. I guess people gripe about the rankings every year, but it's just silly. Like
I don't know. Iowa State, they lost. They have 2 losses now. They lost to Iowa, and they lost this weekend to Baylor. Baylor's looking good. Baylor's 4-0. That Texas, they lost to Arkansas, and Arkansas just beat Texas A&M, so that loss doesn't look as bad anymore.
I would be curious if we won that game, what we'd be ranked at.
I think if we win that game, we're probably up in the top 25, but probably near the top in the 20s somewhere.
I think in the 20s, which is ridiculous, because if you beat the 15th ranked team and then the following week you beat the 4th ranked team,
so 15 we would have been ranked, and we would have started moving up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see.
Anyways, we missed it last week. Let's talk about the future. Nico Marchiol. My goodness, I've never been more in love with a quarterback in college. No homo, bro. This is strictly man love. Like, what this guy did, I watched this game just to see him because he's our future quarterback. I wanted to get a look at his play. And boy, was it a game. I watched that whole game for some reason. So if you guys don't know or you haven't seen it, I'm sure everyone has at this point. Nico Marchiol committed to West Virginia. He had a game, I think, not last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. They played Bishop Gorman, which is like the 7th ranked high school team in the country. This is the team that they recruit at high school. They're loaded. They get all the picks. They're going to take it Alabama, Penn State. All the top teams pick from this team. And you could see it on the field. I mean, the Bishop Gorman players, they look like full NFL athletes. They look like 6'5". They look like they're 300 pounds. Whereas a lot of the Hamilton kids look like high school kids. So Nico Marchiol has a great first drive. I think he goes, 12 for 12, something like that. They score a touchdown. The rest of the game, Bishop Gorman dominates. They're pushing him around. They can't do anything. Somehow I stuck to this whole game. So 4th quarter is when the magic happens. Hamilton, Nico Marchiol's team, is down by 18 points, Harry. Not a touchdown, not 2 scores, 18 points with less than 2 minutes left in this football game. 2 minutes. In the previous drive, Nico Marchiol takes a huge sack, a huge hit. He's limping. He can barely walk. I think he may have came off for a play, and then he went back out there. And the backup quarterback seemed miffed about it because he's like, I don't even need a chance to play, bro. There's 2 minutes left in this game, bro. And I was thinking the same thing at this point. I'm like, God, these fucking high school coaches, this kid can barely walk and you're throwing him out in this game. Like, he's a high school kid. Why are you doing this? These joke high school coaches. That's what I'm thinking. Protect our asset, right? Less than 2 minutes. He can barely walk. He's limping. He's got blood gushing down his arm. He scores 18 points in under 2 minutes, and they win this game against the 7th ranked team in the country. And if anyone hasn't seen this, go on YouTube and watch the highlights because it's amazing. Not only him, but shout out to his team because in that under 2 minutes, I think it was even less than 2 minutes. It was probably like a minute. They recovered 2 onside kicks. So he leads a touchdown drive. I think they started it with a field goal. They did a field goal. They did an onside kick, recovered. He led the team to a touchdown. They did another onside kick and recovered. He led him to a touchdown, and he scrambled in the 2-point conversion himself for the win. It was the most exciting football I think I've watched in years, and it was a high school game.
Yeah, I saw that like a recap video of it. It was
Mhm.
pretty wild. It was just the last couple minutes.
The recap doesn't even do it justice if you
It
don't watch
started
that
with the
whole
field
game, but
goal.
it's amazing.
It's crazy.
Not
ESPN
only
picked a crazy game.
it was, I mean, that's a crazy comeback normally, but to add into the fact that he's so injured, he can barely walk. He's got blood coming down his arm. You could see on the last touchdown play of the game, as he's holding the ball looking for receiver, he throws up in his mask and then he throws the touchdown pass. That is a warrior.
Wow.
And then right after that, he runs the ball in to complete the 2-point conversion. I think it was 25-24 it ended up maybe. Nico Marchio, guys.
It's coming. He's excited to come.
Coming to a Milan Pushkar Stadium near you in 22.
That's what we need.
That's what we need. And my God, he better start next year. I don't give a shit. I swear to God, if Jared Diggy comes back to play one more year next year, I'm going to drive to Morgantown and take his ass out of there myself. I'm going to drive him wherever his parents are, leave him at his house and say, you stay there. You stay. You've had your turn.
Wow.
It's over. This Nico Marchio era now. I'm ready.
We'll see. I might redshirt him. Give him a year to.
Nico, I stand you, man. You're the dude. We need that passion. When have we had that passion in Morgantown? That's a warrior. Jared Dagey don't have that passion.
No.
That man's face looks the same, whether they just won a game, whether they lost the game. You can't tell. He's got nothing. He's just there to be there.
It's a shame.
We'll move on, but I'm going to say this. Nico Marchio is going to be the best West Virginia quarterback since Pat White.
Ooh, pretty big expectations.
I got him. After that game, I'm here for all of it. All right, Harry. Let's move on here. Before we get into next week, let's talk some more losses. So the Steelers lost to the Bengals.
Yeah, I was still a little depressed. I was still a little depressed from the West Virginia game, so I was kind of numb for that one.
I was very annoyed going into that game, and I was quickly annoyed after the first quarter. That was pathetic. I don't even know what to say. It's going to be a bad season. Our predictions were way wrong. Mine were way wrong. I think yours are even wrong, and you were very conservative.
I think I was close to 500. Maybe what was I? Was I 9-8 or 8-9? Something like that.
9-8, I think. That might be very generous.
Yeah, it's looking like we might not even get there.
No. Where do you even start with this? The offense is just so bad, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to.
No.
That line, and you know what? Too, I'm tired of hearing how everyone on the line is dogs, because all I hear is individually, everyone's like, "Oh, Kevin Green is a dog. He's angry. He's a monster." You know, Dotson, oh, he's a monster. He's a beast. Well, individually, these guys are all beasts. How come the line fucking sucks? Can someone tell me that? I don't think any of them are beasts.
We knew that was going to be an issue. We knew that they were going to struggle.
I don't know. These people tricked me. They said they're beasts. They're angry. They're fighters. All I heard was Green. He's a fighter. He's a beast. Dotson is beast. He's angry. He's a beast. No one looks like beasts to me. They look like little boys.
It takes time to gel. It takes time to get together.
And you know, I'm a big Zach Banner fan. I like him. But if you're leading me to believe that he's going to come back into the lineup when he's not injured and change this offensive line after playing 2 games in 2 seasons, I don't believe it. And I'm pissed off. You had all off season to fix this. I know you got some rookies, but damn, you should have brought some help in. Joe Haig, he sucks. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Like, this is the worst. Our line was bad last year, but man, Ben gets the ball. He literally has about 1 second after he touches the ball after that snap before that line collapses. Every play. How are you that bad every play?
The NFL.
As NFL athletes that got drafted, how are you that bad every single play? Collectively as a group. This is not one person letting people in. This is not, oh, sometimes they sneak to the edges. Every play, everybody.
It's going to get worse before it gets better.
It is.
You got Green Bay coming in and they're hot. Or we're going to Green Bay. And it could be rough. Za'Darius Smith, he might have a field day.
and you know, I was a guy in the offseason. I said, yeah, Ben's still got it, I think. Ben's done. He's done. Maybe if he had a good line, you could protect him and he had time to stand in that pocket, I think he could do something. But with this line, 40-year-old Ben Roethlisberger does not have it anymore. He can't do it.
Well, I don't know any QB that's going to do it. With
none, but a younger. I mean, if you take Ben 10 years ago, 6 years ago, I think he could make something happen. They might not have a great season, but he could handle it.
I don't think. And I'm going to point to, because we have the perfect example in the NFL right now, the Chiefs. Okay. The Chiefs, look at the Super Bowl, look at the season. They're 1-2 right now.
Yeah.
They have the best quarterback in the league, in my opinion. And he can't do anything because the line's just terrible.
Well, at least credit though. They tried. Their focus all offseason was fixing this line. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, they've been terrible this season though.
Yeah.
They're still, and they have all these weapons, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. You have Pat Mahomes as the QB, and they're still, has no time. He's getting destroyed.
Yeah, you're right.
So if you don't have a line, there's no hope. And
so is there any fixing it this season then, or are we just done this season? Is there any, I mean, I don't know. Do you make a trade? Can you bring someone in? What do you do right now?
You got to hope they gel and just try to stay within reach of the division. We're only one game out.
Here's the bad part though. Claypool and Juju both got injured in that game. You're already down Deontay. I think he's close. He should be
Claypool had cramps, right?
Nah, he got hurt a lot, I think.
He came back.
He came back, but then he got injured again. I think he got injured several times. Juju got injured at the end. I think he's injured. Deontay should be back this week. I think he was like questionable to play this week, so I don't think it's long term. But credit to Najee. Boy, he's a beast. Like, how much can you ask of that guy? He was their top wide receiver. He's their running back who plays every single down. This kid is a superstar, and it's a boy. I feel bad for him. Like, sorry you had to come to Pittsburgh and play behind this line, because if he was at any other team, this man would be leading the league in rushing right now. I'm confident in it.
Yeah,
he is doing everything he can.
He's a playmaker.
He is a playmaker, and he was getting angry in that game. You could see it, man. He was just trying to toss these defenders around. He was getting some attitude. He was getting angry because nothing was working, and he's trying everything he can.
Yeah. I'm sure it's frustrating. I mean, right now, I think we've scored 23, 17, and 10. That's not good.
No.
And the 23 we scored, one of them was a blocked punt.
Yeah.
So,
a defensive score right there.
So you're talking basically, if a team scores 20 points against us, they're going to win.
Yeah.
And the defense is starting to get injured. Injuries are coming. The defense isn't going to hold like they have been.
And the defense is already getting exhausted. You can tell. Like, you can't keep them on the field all game, every game. You got to give them some time.
It's a long game. Same issue that we have with West Virginia,
Yeah.
If your offense is just coming in 3 and out. Keeping the defense on the field by the end of the game.
I think it was the first or second quarter, huge interception. The Steelers had interception Edmonds had the interception. Huge play. Ben comes in, and they go 3 and out. Or no, Ben turns it over. I think on the third down, he throws an interception right after that. And I don't know what you do. I'm so turned off. I got more hope in West Virginia at this point. They're close, I feel like. A few mismanagements could have saved that. Steelers, I don't know, man. Watt comes back this week, hopefully. That should be good. What do you do, though? What do you do? I don't know.
Yeah, they're bored. I'm not looking forward to that Browns game and that defensive line.
Oh, and I said before this season, the Steelers won't lose to the Browns this year.
You got the Packers with Darius Smith. You got the Broncos with Von Miller. And you kind of the Seahawks. I don't think their line's very good. The Browns, you got Jadeveon Clowney. The Bears, you got Mac. Yeah, I tell you what, man, if we go Broncos, Seahawks, I don't know. I don't know who we're gonna beat. Right now we're not playing well. They're gonna have to pick it up.
So what do you think this Green Bay game? Rodgers has looked good the past 2 games. He's rebounded from that stinker.
Oh, they're getting hot again. They just beat the 49ers. They're right now they look like the best team in the NFC North.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers is playing well. We're playing terrible. I'm gonna hope for one of these week-to-week changes, how it was from week 1 to week 2. The defense plays out of their mind. Maybe since no one expects us to win, we'll win.
Mm-hmm. I do like those games the best. Man, I think we get blown out 27-10. Something like that.
Yeah. I'll probably go for score prediction.
Sorry, I just threw that out there on you.
34-21.
34-21. Boy, if this offense puts up 21 points.
I'm just going to say that because I'm going to feel like Green Bay's going to move the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get a lot of possessions.
Okay. 34-21, 27-10. What do we got to do to win this game? Oh, my God. Score some points.
You have to play it like we played the first game.
Yeah, only better. How did we beat the Bills? Jesus.
Well, it's the defense. You're going to have to get pressure.
Yeah.
Which Watt coming back will help a lot.
Joe Burrow had time all day. That man was never rushed.
Yeah.
He had so much time.
And our secondary is not the best. So if you give a quarterback time, it's going to be a bad day. You have to have a good pass rush and get to the QB.
Joe Burrow could have made tea back there.
Yeah. We were missing our best player. So.
Yeah. And it shows. My goodness, was he worth every penny? Because it shows when he's out how that defense changes.
You're missing your best player. Everybody, then you can just focus on, Hayward and Ingram. Take them out. And it's time galore.
I don't know. We'll see, guys. I don't got a lot of faith in this one. I just got a notification on my phone. ESPN updated their FPI rankings for West Virginia. Their chance against Texas Tech went up, is now 72%, up from being 57% previously.
Sounds right.
Up 20% in that game. Baylor up to 39 from 32. Everything jumped. So at least someone was paying attention in that Oklahoma game.
Baylor will be tough.
Yeah, Baylor's good this year. They're better than I thought. Where's the rest of the Big 12 bad? I don't know.
TCU just lost to SMU.
Yeah.
That could be one more. Kansas State lost to Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of parity in the Big 12 this year.
Yeah, man. If West Virginia had a quarterback, this could have been the year to really do something.
This will be the closest Big 12 in a long time.
I think college football in general this year, it's other than Alabama, this is the most competitive year I've seen it across the board.
Well, really, after the first week, Alabama hasn't even looked as dominant. They had a close game against Florida.
Yeah.
Georgia has looked really good. I mean, it's looking probably Alabama and Georgia, and after that, there's a big gap between everybody else.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do we think of Texas Tech? West Virginia, Texas Tech, Saturday, 3:30 game. I hate 3:30 college games. Ugh, give me noon. What do we think?
3:30. Is that game? Let me bring up. We're playing on the road, or are we
at West Virginia?
At West Virginia.
Good old Morgantown.
I think the team's gonna be a little deflated. But I think we're going to win. I think the defense should have no problems holding this team. I think the offense will be able to move the ball very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll get a good win. I would say something along the lines of like 42 to 27.
42 to 27. Boy, that's a high scoring game, Harry.
I think the defense will get a lot of turnovers, maybe even score. Texas.
You think Texas Tech can put up 27 after holding Oklahoma to 16?
Yes, but only because it's going to be a different type of game. They're going to have a lot more possessions.
Shootout, you think?
Huh?
You think it's going to be a shootout?
I think we're just going to dominate them from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be scoring. I think we're going to be getting them off the field. And that's going to be that. I don't, their defense is not good.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think I would hope being at home after playing two highly ranked teams, I hope this week Neil Brown kind of loosens up and lets us see some of the offense, or at least experiments a little, maybe using Garrett Green in some passing plays, even letting Jarrett Deggy, go down the field more, even though every time he does, he overthrows the ball. But let's just see some. Don't be conservative. Use this week as a week to kind of open up your offense. We know what the defense is going to do.
You need to be optimistic because you still can get in the Big 12 title game. I don't think Oklahoma's going to go through the Big 12 schedule undefeated.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And if you're West Virginia at this point, you could really, who other than Baylor, maybe Iowa State, who are you looking at on the schedule that's going to stop you? You could roll through this.
Oklahoma State could be tough. Iowa, there will be a lot of tough games.
Mm-hmm. But no one that I look at that's like, oh, that's a loss. There's no one on there. Even Baylor.
I see some losable games.
Losable, but not games that I'm calling a loss. Now you can win all these games.
A guaranteed loss? No. I think we can play with everybody.
Yeah, and if you can use this week and games like this to get your offense really turned around, who knows? Because your defense is good.
But for that to you have to beat Baylor.
Yeah, that's the game now. It's Baylor.
That'd be the game for the season.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not gonna be in it, and it's gonna be where if you have that momentum, you win Baylor, you won loss.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're feeling good about yourself. You got Iowa State at home, and Iowa State hasn't looked good. TCU has not looked good. You're playing them in Fort Worth. You can get through Baylor. You have one Big 12 loss. You got Oklahoma State at home. That could be a big game. At Kansas State, they didn't look good. Texas has looked all right, but you got them at home, and that could be a big game at the end. And you got a decent chance. If you beat Baylor, you could very well finish the Big 12 season with one conference loss, maybe two conference losses could still get you in the way. I think a lot of these teams are pretty close to each other. I don't think there's a team that's by themselves in the Big 12 right now.
Yeah. It's weird too. I think you said it last week. You actually feel better. You felt better about the Oklahoma team than when the year started.
I did. And that was a mix of
how
we have played and how bad Oklahoma has played.
And it's weird because we thought, right, if you drop Maryland and you drop Oklahoma or you drop these games, it feels like the season's over, but it doesn't feel like that. It actually feels like we have a really good shot to do something in this division.
Yeah,
but you can't kill yourself here.
Exactly. If you tell me before the season what our record is right at this point, I would say, oh, the season's done already.
Yeah.
But no, I think, and that's like we said, I think that's a mix of just the other teams not looking as good. Before the season, I would say Oklahoma and Iowa State are probably undefeated right now.
Yep.
And it's coming down to them two. You're not going to catch them, but it's going to go back and forth. Teams are going to lose.
Yeah.
You're going to have a team with 2 conference losses there, possibly 3 conference losses in the Big 12 championship game. So why not us?
Why not?
We got the defense to do it.
Exactly. I tweeted it the other night. People loved it. I said, we have a national championship caliber defense and a Division III level quarterback right now. And that's how it feels. If only we could write one of those things. But yeah, big opportunity. Texas Tech, this should be a good week. It should be a big win. Let's see what Neil Brown's got. I want him to show out at home. You're coming off 2 really good ranked games. Tough loss, but it was a great game, kind of, for your defense. Show us what you got this week. Open up your playbook. Let's see some stuff. Let's make Texas Tech look like LIU.
Yeah. It's all about building.
Yeah. Let's build. Yeah. Build each week. Get ready for, some of these bigger games.
You got another big game the week after next. So don't get too deflated.
Now, Harry's favorite part of the show, hockey's back. Woo! I know Harry's been waiting for some hockey preseason.
Very excited, as you can tell.
Let's cover this real quick for Harry, because I know he's been waiting. Penguins play 7:00 tonight in their first preseason game against Columbus. How exciting is that?
Very exciting.
I can't believe it's back. Malkin out 2 months. I think that was longer than originally expected. 2 months from the start of the season, I believe. So that sucks.
These guys are getting old.
They are. And like we talked about, that's a tough injury. And, even when he comes back, I'm worried about how he's going to look. Crosby's been skating, which is good. He's still I guess he's not using 2 hands on his stick, letting the wrist recover, but he's skating. So that's a good sign. I imagine he'll be out there as quickly as he can. What I want to talk about real quick in preseason, some names I want to see. I'm very excited to see Sam Poulon, Nathan Laguerre. These are guys I think should have made the team last year. Pittsburgh has a really rough, it seems like it extends through coaching staffs and through general managers. Pittsburgh never likes to bring these young guys in. And, I understand they're a top-heavy team. It's tough to find spots in the lineup. But you look at the really good performing teams around the league right now, and they get this young talent in, and I think you need it. So these are 2 guys I think could really make a difference in this lineup, and I hope they get an opportunity this year.
Yeah.
They were really good. We didn't see them in training camp last year because of COVID, but the year before that, they were really good in training camp, and I thought they should have made the team. So those guys, Philip Lindbergh, goaltender, he's playing tonight. I don't think anyone other than Jari or DeSmith will make the team, but we'll see. Something to look out for. We'll talk about that more as we move in closer to the season. Have more to talk about. Maybe I'll do my own little hockey segment.
Hopefully that Pittsburgh team can give us something to be happy about.
Someone's got
the other one.
I'm ready to. Steelers are done for me this year. I don't know. I don't foresee any changes.
Nah, I'm not done with them yet, but.
I'll watch every game, but I'm not expecting anything.
I could see maybe it'll be one of those seasons, you start off bad and you peak at the second half, barely get in the playoffs and go on a run.
We could.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I've seen it many times with teams that they look abysmal in the beginning of the year and somehow they get it together. Really, if you get this line together.
I think they got to make a move. I'm all for letting the line grow, but I think you need a piece in there, a solid piece to build around. And you don't have it right now. Everyone seems like they're learning together. So I don't know if you trade. I don't know what you do, but I feel like you need one rock on that line to just kind of gel everyone through.
Yeah. Line's a little weird because it's not like it's more difficult to just plug somebody in and get it working. Mm-hmm. Is the talent level where we need it to be? I don't know. Maybe we do need to get better talented players and get somebody there.
Yeah.
Or is it an issue of we just need them to play together long enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
If I had to guess right now, I'd say probably a talent thing.
It seems like a talent thing. Individually.
Maybe a couple people in, and that needs to be a focus point. But
the Zach Banner, again, I like him. I like how he's taking a leadership role. I think he's eligible to come off IR this week. So I don't know if he's ready to play. But we'll see when he comes back, if anything changes. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Long season still.
Mm-hmm.
14 games left.
Anything else you want to talk about? You watched the fight? I fell asleep.
Noticed.
I fell asleep mid Valentina fight. I think in the third round, I was just like, this bed's too comfortable.
It was a little boring until the main event. The main event was really good.
I missed it.
It was really good,
cool.
Especially the third round.
Yeah.
You guys have spoken, and we know you guys don't like our UFC stuff. So
yeah, we won't waste your time on that. 5 views later.
If you like our stuff, comment and let us know. We'll bring it back.
Yes, comment what you want to see, like, subscribe. Our Steeler videos are starting to look a little shaky too, so we need you to pump those numbers, guys.
Yes, we may just be a hockey and WVU channel in the future. Just
Harry
kidding.
can only talk half about hockey, so that's not a good.
We'll see what happens.
We need some Steelers talk, guys.
Yeah.
Well, Harry, go get some work done. I know you got a busy day ahead of you.
Yeah. Hopefully next week we can come under a better condition.
Yeah.
Be a little happier. Maybe.
Well, a Green Bay win would be nice. Huh? That would change some moods around.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope a West Virginia dominant win.
Yep.
We upset Green Bay. It'd be a lot better than us getting upset or West Virginia getting upset and Green Bay smoking us. So
that could be a show.
It could be.
Oh man. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you watch every show, we appreciate you. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the videos. We post every Monday. We have a new podcast. Harry wants to push them as Tuesday for some reason. Vote below if you want Tuesday. I don't think anyone wants Tuesday. Let us know in the comments. We also have videos all week, so come watch those. You can follow us on social media, H&J Talk Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Talk with me during the games. Post stuff you guys want us to talk about. Show us stuff. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. Right?
Yep. And we're going to bring... Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to say we're going to bring back the questions from the fans segment.
Oh, yeah. I always forget to do that.
We're going to bring that back. We have it. It's football season.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
We'll bring back viewer questions next week. So if you guys got a question, you can comment it below, or how I usually get them on Instagram or Twitter. Go at us, H&J Talk Sports. Send us questions for the show. I was going to say, we talked about it a few weeks ago, but we forgot we need a new goal, Harry.
Let us think. Let's come back to this.
500 is our new goal, guys.
You had it already ready. Okay.
Yeah. I just assumed you would say that, but okay.
500 by when?
Oh, I didn't pick a time. How about by Christmas? 500 by Christmas. Happy holidays.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3 months.
3 months. We can do it. So you guys got to subscribe a lot. Tell people to subscribe. Tell them your new favorite sports show for West Virginia and Steelers and whatever. So let them know. 500 by Christmas. I'll see you guys next Monday.
See you next Monday.